Da-da-da.
Do you ever just bankhead bounce like in your head and play the music in your head, and people just look at you like, "What are you doing?"
You know, when I bankhead bounce in my head or out loud, I'm not like playing bankhead bounce music, but there's some kind of like slow groovy elevator or whole music going on for sure.
Yeah, like I do this
Yeah.
all the time when I'm making my breakfast, when I'm making my oatmeal, when I'm about to take a bath. Just like, yeah,
Yo,
bankhead
yeah, especially
bounce.
when it's about to be
Okay.
shower and bathroom time. Like, oh, we about to
Mm-hmm.
get into
Okay.
some
Yeah.
things. We
All
about to get
right.
to the relaxation. Yes, me and you and me. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
yeah,
we're
yeah,
on the
yeah.
same page there.
For sure. Get real excited.
Your
How
lipstick looks so bomb today, by
Thank
the way.
you. So does yours. I was like, is this like a mahogany? Is it an orange? Is it like I
It's
don't
like a
know.
pumpkin color, trying to like match the braids a little,
It's
you know?
very matchy and very pretty. I love it.
Aw.
Sorry, I'm getting a little close. Very
There you
pretty.
go. Don't pay attention to Bertha over here. She is doing the most today.
Bertha.
Yeah.
Okay, you said
hmm
not to pay attention, so I'm
I said
gonna
not to pay
pause a little.
attention.
You did.
And then here you go, paying attention.
Okay, hands up for real. Whenever someone says, "Hey, don't look," or "Hey, don't blah blah," I am the one that's like, and mind you, a lot of the time, 10 times out of 10, it's one of my friends over and they're changing. They're like, "I'm about to get naked. Don't look," and I'm like, "Huh?"
Why are you trying to get a look-see, huh? This ain't a game of peekaboo.
Sometimes it's a trap. I feel like they're trying to trap me. Like, "Hey, I'm about to get naked. Don't look," and I'm like, "Huh?" And they're like, and I'm like, yo, chill out. I just knocked my whole button out. But also, I'm like, these are people that I've known for like eons and eons. Like, we've seen each other naked millions of times.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend it's a trap. It's a setup. Friend, how are you doing today?
I'm better now that I'm talking to you.
That's so sweet. I feel the exact same way.
Cause
Honestly, truly.
no, truly,
Yeah.
because do you ever feel like Tuesday is second Monday?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a repetition of the prior day for sure.
Today is feeling like second Monday for me, and I'm just like, ugh. Work people exhaust me, and I need a vacation from them. I put in some vacation time at work today, so I'm excited. They were all for weddings, but
Okay.
still, it's still vacation time. It's still time
Right.
away from that interesting place.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, but for real, I'm so happy to be here with you right now.
I'm happy to be here with you too. Yeah, this week has
My
been
my
my
girlfriend.
girlfriend. I was gonna get you on the backup vocals. You know I was gonna have you on the backup
There
vocals.
through thick and thin,
Mm.
my
My
girlfriend.
my girlfriend.
There for anything, my
Girlfriend.
girlfriend. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, you got
Listen, 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 listen,
some vocals.
listen.
How are you, friend?
That's what I was gonna say. This week has been, first of all, the week just started and
The
it's
week just
already the week.
started. I do this
The
all the
week,
time. I'm like, okay, I'm stressed the F out.
the week just started.
For real. For real.
It seems like I have a lot of stuff on my to-do list this week, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not managing my time as well as I usually do. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm aware of it, and I'm telling myself I need to get it together, and I haven't gotten it together. So like 2 or 3
Mm-hmm.
days where I'm like, all right, Coco, let's get it together. And instead I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm gonna do this I'm gonna do this instead. And I'm still being productive, but it's not
But
for
not
what
in the areas that you wanted to originally be
not for the
productive in. Yeah.
prioritized things. But in my head I'm trying to trick myself. I'm like, well, these are still on the to-do list, but also the other part of me is like, but you're supposed to do these first. So
Mm-hmm.
um I'm definitely gonna buckle down tonight and knock some of the priority stuff off. And then I feel like that'll make me get some momentum and I won't feel as like in a rut as I'm feeling right now. So
For
yeah.
sure, for sure. I just want to
Hmm.
say, like, you should still be proud of yourself for still getting other things done on your list, and
Thank
just show
you.
yourself a little bit of grace for the things that were maybe higher priority that you haven't gotten to. You're
Yeah,
knowing you're still gonna bust it out and get it done. Show
I
yourself
will.
some grace.
I'll see what I can do about that. No guarantees.
Just promise me you'll try.
I'll try to see what I can do about that.
Okay, okay. I
Okay.
I can live with that. I get
I
it.
appreciate that. We have quite a few things to get into today.
Yes, we do. Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Listen, listen. Okay, so first off, I wanted to talk about. First off, I just wanted to like talk about some things that we talked about in like previous episodes, just like a little
Okay.
like catch up
Recap.
update. Yeah, yeah. First of all, I
Uh-huh.
have been watching Proud Family Louder and Prouder. The theme song is
Uh-huh.
different,
Uh-huh.
but it's not bad. It's a reboot. Like, we want everything to be the same? Are you expecting everything to be the same in a reboot? I've been enjoying it so far. I've been loving it.
Okay, so honest truth, I haven't rewatched it yet, and but I did have a concern. I think I said it last time was that I don't like it when we have reboots and everyone's still the same age, still the same size, or the content is still the same. Do you feel like this is just a revamped version of stuff we already saw? Do you feel like she's older, more mature, she being Penny, the lead character? Like, do you feel like this is just for the new generation? Is it still relatable? Like, I have questions clearly.
I kind of think it's all of the above. So,
Okay.
I think they are older. I'm not quite sure, but like
Okay.
they all seem older.
Mhm.
They the way they address the Sticky situation, because Sticky was voiced by Orlando Brown, and
Right.
Orlando Brown has some like he
Work to do.
you're in my thoughts and prayers, Orlando.
Work to do.
They handled that really well. They like made him like move away. Um
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't miss him.
I can see him not being a missable character, especially if
Yeah.
they have all these like guest characters still coming in. We have these heavy hitter voice actresses and actors anyway, so.
Yeah. I've really been liking the content that they've been putting out there. I like
Mhm.
the episodes. The most recent episode, the basketball episode. If you watch the basketball episode, please let me know, because like it was so cute. La Cienega at one point is trying to impress this dude that's also interested in Penny by reading Ta-Nehisi Coates' Between the World and Me.
Okay.
And she's holding the book upside down basically the whole entire episode. And I'm just like, La Cienega Boulevardes, what are
Martes.
you doing? And so like I've also been rewatching the old Proud Family, and the vibe is just different. I feel like it's
Mhm.
very elevated. Also, BB and Cece aren't in diapers anymore, so that's why I'm also thinking that Louder and Prouder is like a jump in time, like not too far into time. Like I
Right.
think maybe they're freshmen in high school instead of in middle school.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I
well
feel
that's
like
still a jump.
even if it's like a year jump, like it's still a jump. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm excited for what's to come. I think the show is really well written and really well thought out. So, and it's
Okay.
fun to like bring back that old cast because they
Mhm.
were pretty magical and dynamic together.
Mhm.
So, I've been loving it.
Okay. Maybe I'll add it on my to watch list. But again, this watch list is ever growing. So it's not gonna be towards the top.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. The
Yeah.
watch list is like there's too much TV.
There's so much
There's too
TV.
much TV. There are too many streaming platforms. Like, it's too much.
Okay. But I'm gonna put it on my watch list. Put it on the watch list.
Put it on the watch list. I love Courtney. Her name's Courtney, right?
Courtney Taylor, yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love her. Put it on the watch
list.
list.
She's so funny. She's so funny.
All right. The second thing that I wanted to address, did I ever get that Portillo's hot dog? The answer is no. But you want to know who in this household got 2 Portillo's hot dogs?
Oh, one for you and then one for themselves?
No. I believe this person. Yeah, I'm acting like he's not my husband.
And like he's not going to hear or watch.
And like he's not going to listen to this episode. But I believe this person, because at the time my appetite was very suppressed and I didn't feel like eating anything, he went to Portillo's. He got 2 hot dogs. He knew that I liked hot dogs, even though I should stop eating hot dogs because they're not that great for you. Anyway, my feelings were butthurt. I did not make a big stink about it, but I kept that in my mind because, one of these days I'm going to go to Chicago and I'm going to get the halal guys and I'm going to get chicken over rice and I'm going to get it with extra white sauce. And you know what? I'm going to put 2 dabs of harissa sauce in his chicken over rice. And I'll be like, yeah, enjoy it. And then he'll be like, whoo, this got a kick. And I'm going to be like, does it really? Am I the villain? Anyway, that's the hot dog update for you and the people.
I would like everyone to take note, everyone who's listening, who's watching, of how many times this season Cammie has given us a full-blown plot of how she plans on being devious, how she plans on enacting her plan, how she plans on doing things. Mind you, a lot of this happens off camera, which you can see on Patreon in about 3 weeks. So
Okay.
But I'm just letting you know, like, the way this woman's mind works quickly and holds on to stuff, not in a grudgy way, but in a let me slowly unveil my plan way, definitely villain speak. Kudos.
And you know what? Like, I'm okay with that. I accept that. And it is what it is. Just don't get on my bad side.
Never seen a bad side of you. It's all good to me.
Exactly.
It's all good to me.
It's all good to me. Yeah. The third thing, and this is more a question for you. Are there any updates with Joe Byron and the crack pipeline?
Outside of my semi-retraction? Nah, I think he's moved on to the gas pipelines at this point. So,
can we talk about it right quick? Because this is worse than Katrina. This is worse than Katrina.
Yeah, we can talk about it. My friend back west sent me a picture, and he was like, "This isn't my picture." And it was a gas station. It started with a 7, and I was like, "Is this Photoshop?" He said no. He's like, "It's not my picture, but it's around LA." And I said,
I was about to say, if it's California, yeah, like those gas prices have been rising to the top,
like the creme of the creme.
Okay, like. We're gonna have to revert back to wearing Heelys. I never owned a pair, but
I always wanted some Heelys, and I never got them. Always.
I do have roller skates though.
Those take a lot of okay.
I don't like lacing them up, but my roller skates are cute.
I don't mind roller skating, but after a while, my shins are like, "Yo, we're done. We're done." And so I have to like work my way up into getting my shins ready and prepared for that. But yeah, there are lots of other alternatives. Like there are bikes, there's walking, get you some nice Skechers shape ups.
Okay.
Like the girlies do. Like when they're walking around the mall.
Do you remember the commercials for Skechers shape ups?
Barely. I just know they look like little rocking boats.
They're like little canoe shoes.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
remember. I remember. I can barely remember the commercials, but I more so remember the ads in like 17 magazine. They're like, "Sketch
Uh-huh.
your shape ups, get your
Hmm.
exercise on," and I'm like,
Yeah. Or it'd be like
"Okay,
Skechers, it's the S. And I'm like, this sounds a
yes."
little sensual for shoes. Yes. You know I'm 13,
What?
right?
What is with what was that Skechers? It's with the
It's the
S.
S. I don't
Like,
know.
what about the S? Like, what do you mean? That's a weird
In case
slogan.
you forget what we start with, it's the S. Yeah. There are a lot of people that are freaking out about gas. I feel like their gas prices. And then I see a lot of people that are like, it's just a couple of cents. I mean, if you add it up, it's not a whole lot. And I'm like,
Are these people that are living in Podunk, Tennessee that like if you blink you miss the city?
what I've seen is just the opposite. It's people who got Quintus,
Oh,
that. And
you
so they're
they
like,
got
this isn't going to affect me
money.
at all, or this means nothing
Mm.
to me. But I'm just
Yeah.
like, I could see if that was the case if this was like a 5 or 10 cent jump, but a lot of cases it's a minimum 30 cent jump. So, and that adds
Remember?
up.
Do you remember at the beginning of the pandemic when gas was as low as 99 cents a gallon? I saw gas
Or
as low as 99 cents a
are
gallon.
you joking?
I'm not kidding. I think the cheapest that I ever paid per gallon for gas during the top of the pandemic, like mid-March, April, was $1.01 per gallon. Not kidding.
I thought you were exaggerating.
No.
I had no
No.
idea. You know what? I didn't do a whole lot of driving when the pandemic first hit, so I wouldn't know. And then I've always been super, super, super for like concierge services or delivery services, and not just food, but like daily
Mhm.
stuff, grocery stuff. So like a lot of times I just had stuff brought to me. So.
Yeah. No, it was
How are
it
you
was
feeling about it? Are you feeling it where you live? Are you seeing people panicking? Like, are you like, I'm okay? Do you not have a long commute? Do you not go out a lot?
well, currently I'm not going out a lot. It's starting to pick back up a little bit, maybe,
Okay,
but
okay,
also like, COVID
okay.
anxiety has like ridden through my body. Um
Yeah, I feel you on that.
I also have a pretty short commute to work. I
Okay.
don't know if people around me are panicking. Like I am
Hmm.
seeing the prices go up. They're not $7 a gallon. I think things are
Right.
at like $4 a gallon here.
Hmm. Yeah,
I could
I paid $3.99 on Sunday. So.
yeah. I think the lowest that I've seen, and this was like maybe over the weekend that I saw was like 356, but I think it's jumped since then.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know if it's just because of like where I live and like the people that I'm around, but like no one's like freaking out. And it's not like I hang around like rich people. But like I also don't know their bank accounts. I only know my bank account. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
Okay. For those who are listening and not watching, Amy is like throwing her hands up, like, who knows what's going on? Left or right Twix? We don't know.
ooh,
That's what
left
she's
or right
saying.
Twix. Yes,
Hmm.
correct.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, are you considering any alternatives like biking or skateboarding or scooters or mopeds or anything that would be like lower intake on gas?
Well, it snowed yesterday, so no to a scooter, no to a
Snowmobile?
skateboard. No.
Um,
I also don't know how to ride a bike. Never learned how to. Everybody says that they're gonna
excuse
teach
me?
me, and then they never do.
Yikes.
Yeah, I've never learned how to ride a bike. I want to, but
There's
I
still
think that's
time.
I know that there's still time. I just need to, like, buy a bike at this point.
What about those like city rentals? You
Next
know?
question.
Okay, so I guess we're done with all our catch up. Nice update.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about, which, I mean, like, it kinda, like, runs through with the updates,
Uh huh.
is, um Sleepy Joe Byron.
Not Joe Byron.
He wants people to go back to the office. And I'm like, shut up, Joe. That's right. I'm telling Mr. President to shut up because, number one, you are so old. Like, of course you want people to go back to the office. You probably can't stand Zoom or can't handle Teams or don't know how to operate your laptop versus a desktop, and you can't navigate between the two screens. Sorry, that is a throwback to a conversation that Coco and I had offline. I'm upset. The second thing is you work where you live. Like, shut up. Not everybody has that luxury. Not all of us can live in a mansion and just be like, all right, Jill, I'm gonna just go down the stairs and go to the Oval Office if you need me. Also, let's have the private chef make me a pesto grilled cheese with truffle cheese and add an extra slice of a juicy tomato. I don't know if he likes that. That's actually my grilled cheese order. But anyway, I'm upset. He doesn't know anything. He needs to mind his business. And he needs to cancel student debt like he said that he was going to. Did he say he was going to?
I mean, he said a lot of things.
He said a lot of things that he is going back on his word. So, like, if I were, let's say he were, young fine Joe. Have you seen young fine Joe pictures like back in the day?
No.
Oh, he is cute. Anyway,
really?
Like, I mean, I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating crackers in there. Anyway, he is.
Along.
If he were young Joe, and if I were single, and I met him on the apps, and we both swiped right on each other, and we were like dating for a while.
Yeah.
After a little bit, I'd be like, you know what? I don't trust you because you're always going back on your word. And how can I trust you? How can we be together? How can I meet your family if you're always going back on your word? Huh?
Ooh.
Like, how can we get married if you're always going back on your word? So,
we still talking about Joe here?
Yeah, we're still talking about Joe. I don't. Were you not thinking about Joe? That's. So that is my beef with Mr. Joe Biden. Sorry, President Joe Biden. He's just like really old and really annoying the crap out of me right now. And I just needed to say my piece, get that off of my chest because I'm tired of old people. Just
old peopling?
Old peopling. Like, it's 2022. Why? We have all of these technological advances, all of these process improvements. Like, we're making new discoveries every single day. Why are we like not getting with the times? Which countries were they that have implemented the 4-day work week or the 3-day weekends?
Well, I know what you're talking about. I feel like it's like some Denmark or Dutch or not
it's
Germany, but probably like some European type country is what's coming.
I wouldn't put it past Denmark because like Denmark is like, you know what? Summertime. You all have to take vacation. Holiday time, let's go.
Right. Yeah. I do know why. It's because they're older, and I don't want to just make this an ageism thing, but it's like you're old and you are stuck in this mentality where it's like, this is how it's done. This is the only way to get it done. And this is how it used to be done when I was young. And it's like, but you're not young anymore. I need you to realize that. I need you to realize that.
You need to realize that at some point in time, one of these people is going to put you in a nursing home, and you need to be kind to them. You need to let them work from home. You need to encourage remote work. It's fine. We don't need to be in the downtowns. What does that even mean? Do you even know what that means, Joe? What does that mean? Oh my gosh. Oh, you're so old. Anyway.
Oh, they're cute. Yeah, I don't know why it's not clicking for some people, especially when I look at it in a cost way. It's like if people are working from home and you've decided, you're not going to supplement, like, for example, their internet, their light bill, whatever, that's you not paying for office space. You're not paying for snacks and break room stuff. You're not paying for any kind of maintenance that needs to happen. To me, it's just like, it's a numbers game. You're a company trying to make money in a capitalistic society. So why would you pay for this office space and everything that comes in and on-site insurance, whatever, if you don't have to? Just because, we're supposed to have an office space. As a business, you're supposed to have a brick and mortar. As a business, this is what success is. And it's like, success is what you define it to be.
No.
Listening to what other people say success is, or how you should run a business, or what it is to be a business, you're going to always be trying to play catch up with someone else. And you need to set your own parameters. And
Right.
preferably ones not from the year starting in 19 blah 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 blah, not from the 1900s, as the young people like to put it. We don't need to be following rules from the 1900s.
When I saw that, I was like, number one, rude. Number two, do not loop me in with 1900s folk. Like
The 1900s.
Like 1990s is way different than 1930s, okay?
Yo, listen, my cousin the other day, we were talking and she said something. We were talking about like astrology and stuff like that. She was like, oh, because I was born in 2000. I was like, you were born when? And she was like, in 2000. And I said, 2000 and what? She was like, oh, I was born in 2000. And that just completely threw me off. I guess I figured, my siblings and my cousins and I, we were all products of the 1900s. So she said that, and we have
Stop
another
calling
person.
it the 1900s. Stop it.
But that's what it is. And ever since I heard the little kiddo say that, I was like, that's right. And every time I say it, I think of me like playing Oregon Trail, like riding a horse. I was from the 1900s, y'all. You Y2K, baby, so nothing about this.
You were not alive in the Prohibition era. Like, shut up.
Listen.
Were you at the back of the bus with Rosa Parks?
Listen. First of all, Rosa wasn't the first one to do that.
I know she wasn't. I know she wasn't.
I know you know.
But I did play Rosa Parks in the Black History play in 2nd grade. Okay?
Yo, I did too in 2nd grade. No lie. And I remember part of the poem too. It's like, okay, so this is what, I'm set it up for you. I had this little umbrella and it had flowers all over it. It was white and green and yellow. My mom, they were like, you need to make her look old. My mom put baby powder in my hair to make it look like I had hair. And I like waddled to the microphone. I was like, front back of the bus, but trust me, in the future I'll be in the front of the bus. And then I like waddled off, and everybody was like, whoa. My little umbrella case.
I don't remember my line. I would have to like really, really think about it. I don't remember my line. I just remember wearing this big furry coat, just like that was drowning me. And I had these like big bottle coat glasses. And then I remember like I had these like loafer shoes.
Not the loafers.
I mean, I look like Rosa Parks. I'm not gonna lie. And then I went to the microphone and like said my lines. And then I remember going down the stairs and going through the door that led to like the backstage and the back hallway.
Yeah.
And then I remember the other kids, they were just like making all this noise and being so rowdy and so rude. And I was like, we're literally in the middle of a production, guys.
Okay, Tammy.
I didn't say those words exactly, but I'm like, why aren't you behaving yourself?
All right,
like,
get it together.
Get it together.
We have a show to put
Your
on.
parents are out there, okay?
And they're rooting for you. We're all rooting
for you. How dare
you. Make something of yourself. Learn from this.
Learn something from this.
That's wild. We were both Rosa Parks. That's wild.
Oh my goodness. Are we the same person? We're similar, but we're different.
We're different at the same time.
What do you want to talk about? I feel like I've just been like snowmobiling for a while.
No, you haven't been snowmobiling at all. There was something I wanted to lead into. We were talking about gas and how I was talking about concierge services. And I know that was something you wanted to talk about, which was paying for services. And like I said, I am very big on people figuring out, is X worth my time? Is watching folding, cleaning, putting away laundry worth my time. It's
Mm-hmm.
getting it dressed, driving to the grocery store, putting the groceries in the car, taking them out to get scanned, putting them in my buggy, taking them out to put in the car, putting them in the car, driving back home. Is this worth my time? The
Mm-hmm.
answer is no. I'm telling you right now. This is not worth your time. You don't even have to waste time trying to figure it out. It is
Mm-hmm.
not worth your time. So when you look at these people who are like, oh, here go all the regular prices that you're going to pay for these things, plus like a $5 fee or maybe at most a $10 service charge. It's typically not that much. I'm telling you right now, that is worth your time. It is worth your 2 or 3 hours to just say, you
Mm-hmm.
know what, let me put this task off to not only someone else who can do it, but someone who needs it. This is someone who's
Yeah.
elected to take on this service, take on this gig, take on this job so they can provide for themselves. So I am a big fan of when it's like cleaning stuff. If you need someone to come in and clean thoroughly, maybe you don't want to clean, maybe you're not a great cleaner, maybe you don't have time to do it, maybe it's just not on your priority list. Yes. Laundry services, yes. Today I had my third pickup with such hair, and that
Really?
video is still in progress, and I put it on the back burner for a while, but
If you're listening or watching, whenever Coco posts that video of set share, because she's been sharing with me her experience, and
mhm.
I, if it weren't for the fact that someone else would be folding my underwear, I think I would get on board, or just like folding my clothes in general. But she's loving it, and you all might love it too. Share, if you're
Y'all,
listening, if you want to sponsor us, please
listen,
let us
and
know.
and they reposted me, so they can do the sponsorship thing too. We can get
Come
that
on,
going. But
Share.
I'm hoping after my third time, it'll give us more leverage to get a sponsorship for this.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm like third
Okay.
time's a charm. Three's my favorite number, even though I don't like to say favorites. Long story short, that's worth the time for me. And I agree with Cammy. I was very like particular at first about someone coming and like watching my intimates. But what I did specifically for those, I put those in like a smaller bag in the bag, and then I let the people know like, hey, my intimates are in this bag. And in my mind, I'm hoping they're just like open that bag and dump it in, like don't touch it. In my mind, that's what they do.
I
Don't know if
like
this
that. I
happens.
like that. In your
In my
mind, like,
mind,
I can get behind that.
in my mind, that's what they do. And when
No,
I
but like
say,
every time that you show me like the end product, the way they fold
mm-hmm,
those clothes is so immaculate. Like
beautiful,
it's
mm-hmm,
beautiful. And all you have to do is just put it away. Like, yes.
just put it away. I was telling another friend of mine, and it was a guy friend. And he's like, I don't know if I could do this. Like, people touch my stuff. He's like, where do you drop it off? I was like, they come pick it up. He's like, okay, where do you grab it when it's done? I was like, they deliver it. He's like, oh, I'm sold. Okay, here's my referral link.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, how do you feel about those services? I know you and I have talked about grocery pickup, but what about these other services? Is there anything you're like, I'm going to try this or I want to try it?
There's so many things. I want to try house cleaning services because
Yes.
that would be a big thing for me. However, I need to get this is a lot of my anxiety, not even COVID anxiety, just like
Uh-huh.
my regular scheduled anxiety.
Okay.
I feel weird about people I don't know or
Mhm.
haven't known for that long in my
Right.
space,
Right.
especially if like I don't know what kind of energy you have. I don't want you to
Right.
bring that energy into my house.
Right.
um Even if I am paying you, even if you are going to do a good job, like I've had so many recommendations over the years, but I can't like get over it. There's this speed bump that I just cannot drive over. I don't know why, but
Okay.
I need to like I really want house cleaning services, and I want someone to organize my life. I want
Oh.
like the home edit people, but like not the home edit girls because they kind of annoy me. Sorry. Um
I used to want to do that. That used to be something I wanted to do. I wanted to be like a closet room house organizer and get all the
Really?
furniture. Yeah, not like styling or interior decorating, but I love like my home could be like not super disorganized, but mine could be disorganized, but I'd go somewhere else and be like, "Oh, let me rearrange that for you or let me put this way." Like I just love,
Do you want
especially
to like have a go at it at my
listen,
house?
I would love that. Listen, don't invite me for a good time because I would love that. You know, growing up, Tetris was like my favorite game. So I feel like maybe that's just what it is. Like I love doing that. I love it. I don't know why.
Listen, if you want to organize my life, edit my space, do it. I would be all over it. I'd be all for it.
Okay. Okay. We can talk about that off the pod on the Patreon in 3 weeks, you guys. You can see the results of what we're talking about in the Patreon in 3 weeks. What about when you do grocery stuff? Do you ever get your groceries delivered, or are you always like shopping and then picking up?
Um, it depends on where I'm getting the groceries from and
Okay.
what kind of groceries I'm getting.
Okay.
I do get them delivered. I do Instacart every once in a while.
Mhm.
Sometimes I like to just go and pick my produce myself just
Yes.
because I can be a little bit picky. I've ordered from Imperfect Foods before.
Ooh.
And
Can you
it's a
explain what that is?
fine, yeah, Imperfect Foods basically takes like what people would deem as like the ugly um produce or like not well packaged. I mean, like it's safe to eat. Everything's like safe to eat.
Okay.
But if like things are about to expire in like 6 months or something, then like they would sell those at like a lower cost and
Oh.
um yeah, so it's just like cheaper groceries,
Okay.
but they're
Does
like
it really come
less
out to
pretty.
be cheaper? Like, have you like calculated
Honestly,
it?
I think it's comparable.
Okay.
I've only done it twice because
Mhm.
usually I just like the skip the order. But I think where you're getting the most value is in the produce and the meat if you eat meat.
Okay.
Yeah. So I
Okay.
mean I would and they have like different like levels. So like your box
Mhm.
could be as cheap as like $20.
Okay.
At least
I've
at
seen
least that's
them.
what I think. I haven't checked in a while.
I've seen them, but I haven't used them just yet. Another
Mm-hmm.
service I was looking at, I think you and I might have talked about this too, was like between Blue Apron and HelloFresh and stuff like that. And I looked
Mm-hmm.
at HelloFresh, but when I calculated like the number of meals I would need or maybe eat and stuff like that, like it just didn't make sense cost wise.
I think those like HelloFresh, Blue Apron, whatever, Purple Carrot, I think they're all scams, in my opinion.
There goes that sponsorship.
Oh, okay. Let me backtrack. Let me
Okay, okay.
backtrack.
Let's
Okay,
let's
as
refine.
someone that likes to curate their own meals and enjoys like recipe testing and
Uh-huh.
enjoys like cookbooks, like I get a lot of inspiration from cookbooks.
Okay.
For someone like me, like HelloFresh does not seem, or just like those meal box kits in general, it
Mhm.
doesn't seem exciting enough. And I feel like with those boxes, they're more fun when at least two people are
People.
helping
Yes.
to make the meal. And
Yes.
I'm usually the sole person like making a meal
Mhm.
because some people ask
Okay.
too many questions.
Oh, dang. Even with the recipe and the guide question? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Sometimes it feels like 10th grade chemistry lab again. And I'm the one that's like, all right, we got to get this titration going.
Mhm.
And they're like, okay. And then they do a Sudoku puzzle instead, or they disappear, or they're playing video games. And I'm like, you know what? You were going to burn the food anyway, so it's fine.
So it's fine. I got it under control. I got it under
I
control.
and that's not like I've never even tried HelloFresh. Like I've never done a meal kit
Mhm.
with anybody. So maybe my opinion would change if like I've had that experience with somebody else. But it does not seem cost efficient
Yeah.
for my lifestyle.
No, I agree. It doesn't seem like a viable choice compared to what you can get either from like a big box store like Walmart or going to like a not slower, a lower discount store like Aldi, for example. Because typically I can go to Aldi, I can get oh I won't say a month, but between 2 weeks to a month's worth of groceries for a good $40.
Yes,
And
Aldi is where it's at
yeah,
for groceries.
yeah, yeah. So when I think about okay, this meal kit and it's like 2 meals a week is gonna average out to be like 15 something. Like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. So
Mhm.
yeah, I tried HelloFresh a couple of years ago, And I was like, this is cool. And after I got like my free meals and stuff, I was like, I'm not doing this. So yeah, so when I was recently looking again, they have all these promo codes and stuff like that, but even after you add them in, like it's still not cost effective. So
Right.
just teetering on the idea.
Uh, but just to reiterate what you said, I do think whatever services that you want to pay for that you like that can cut out time from your day to day so that you can get other things done, I think it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I agree.
You just have to do your research.
Do the
Read those
research.
read those reviews, watch the videos, wait for Coco to post that Sud Share video.
Listen, that has been in the making for a couple of weeks, and then again, like I said, I just backburned it, and then I was like, oh, well, I have a third order coming up, so maybe that will revitalize my
I'm
for
I'm
to
just
do
saying,
it.
I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it.
I'm excited too, but I'm like, dang, should I do multiple videos at this point? There's so much content. Should I just merge them all? So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I'm excited to share though.
I like that. I
Thank
like that you're
you.
excited.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you. What do you want to tackle next, ma'am?
um, so I I saw this post the other day on Instagram and it was like it's okay to disappear until you feel like you again. And that really hit me like a ton of bricks when I read it because it felt so relatable.
Okay.
And cuz like I've definitely have been kind of am in um this like funk where like I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to like really interact with anyone just because like I'm not feeling 100% myself. Like
Mhm.
I don't know like where Cammy is, where she's going, like how to like get her out of that rut. And like I've been in ruts before and like been able to get myself out, but
Yeah.
this has been like taking a bit longer and sometimes I just don't want to explain that to people because like
Right.
not everybody will get it
Mhm.
and to me it doesn't feel worth explaining
Going
that.
through it all. Yeah.
Yeah, just like reliving and just recounting and maybe even crying. Like I hate crying in front of people or with
Mm.
people and they're just like cuz like they don't
They don't get it.
know what to do. So it's just um I guess like how do you whenever you're like in a rut, like how do you let you like your close circle like know like hey, I'm in a rut. It might be a while. Don't forget about me. Like I'm still alive. Like you can just be like, hey, just checking on you. But like I don't want to engage in like full on 3 hour conversations because I have no energy to do so. Like how do you express that? And how like what advice do you give to people that may ask about like how how to go about that? Besides
Right.
therapy, because I feel like therapy would be like my number one piece
The
of advice.
go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've benefited a lot from the open and honest policy, which is just be as open and honest as you can be. So whether that's, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while and it's because I'm going through something, or hey, I just need some space, or hey, da da da, or maybe you don't say anything at all. And maybe time goes by and you come back and then you speak your piece. So I feel like I give better advice to people than what I do myself.
Same.
Right. So I'm like, I can tell you all the steps and what to do it, but don't look at my life as an example.
Yeah, I'm definitely the captain of team. Oh, this is advice that I should be taking myself.
Mhm.
Next.
Right. Yeah. Like, no, I'm good at helping better and elevate other people's situations, and then just being like, all right, now back to
Yeah.
me. um, when I'm in a rut, what do I do? I try to work through it, which is not always like, a good thing, or push through just like everything's okay. Like just being transparent. I was in a bit of a rut today. And a certain somebody realized something was going on, and I just kept saying, I'm good. Like I'm fine. I even tried to like joke around, and she was like, that's not even how you joke around. And I'm like, you don't know my life. So Y'all, so was very adamant about not taking "I'm fine" or "I'm good" or "I'm great" like for an answer. Very adamant about not letting me just push through with positive words.
It wasn't
Very
sitting well with my
adamant.
spirit. I'm sorry. I just love you and I care for you and I just want to make sure everything is fine. This isn't about me. Everything's awful. I'm so sorry.
Very adamant about not letting me just like spew, I'm good, I'm positive, I'm working through it, I'm fine. Just very adamant about like, no, we're gonna talk about your feelings. And I appreciate that so much because so often, let me not say so often, I appreciate it so much because a lot of times people will just say, you know what, I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to address it. You know what, da da da. But there are a lot of times where you need a friend to push, where you need someone to say, no, you're not okay. I realize that. What's going on? And I appreciate that because I feel like most of the time that's how I am. And it's like, I never want to go beyond the point of I'm pushing your boundaries or I'm making you upset, but it's like I'm your friend. I know you. I know when something's off. I know when something's not, completely okay. Like, and it's not just like you have to talk to me. It's like, I'm here for you, and I'm gonna make sure I'm here for you, and I'm going to stay
Right.
here for you until you at least acknowledge that no, it's not okay. So
Right.
I appreciate that she did that. It wasn't like a huge negative thing, but still a certain someone made sure that it was known that they were present and that they were here. And then eventually, with the going back and forth, I was like, yeah, you're right. This is what's going on. She
Well,
wore
I
me
mean,
down.
you also did the same for me when like I was not having one of the greatest days ever like a couple days ago, and like even though like we were talking about it at one point, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. And not in a like I'm not talking about this anymore. It's just like because I'm the same way. I'm just like, all right, here here's the cork board. All right, we've got all the push pins. We've got all the screenshots. How do we make this a thing? How do we get from point A to point Z? Ha! Trying to find the solution, and like at one point I was like, I don't even want to find a solution. I just want to I don't want this to like not exist, and I don't want this to take over like your mind. I don't want it to take
Hmm.
over my mind. So let's stop talking about it. And you were just like, I get that. And like whenever you're ready to talk about it, which like I guess I kind of talked about it, but like not really because it's still like poo poo la foo. Um
I mean, you talked about it as much as you wanted to, but I did
right.
appreciate, or I even, not to make it about me, but I appreciate me being able to realize, like, okay, she wants to stop at this point, so let's stop. It's
Yeah.
not the
No,
back and
like you
forth
have
dance anymore.
really,
It's like,
really, really
let's
great
stop.
intuition.
I like to think so sometimes, but who knows? Who knows? Because, ooh, Cammy.
Ooh,
Speaking of,
Coco.
not you, ooh, Coco and me.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah. But I'm glad too that because a lot of people don't necessarily feel comfortable with conveying it, kind of like that, respectfully, dead stop, and it's like
Mhm.
respectfully, I get it.
I think boundaries are important, like with whoever and whomever, whomever, whoever,
Whomever, yeah, whomever. I think,
whomever, with whomever, no matter what the situation is, like no matter how like major it is, even if it's something small, like you know what, like I really wanted that hot dog today, but he like didn't go and he didn't get me a hot dog. He got two hot dogs for himself. You know what? I'm done talking about it because like I can't even have hot dogs anyway because they mess with my stomach and they're not good and they don't break down. Like you heard the Sisterhood of the Traveling Hot Dog episode, like you know what's up with the hot dogs.
yep.
Anyway, let's talk
And if
about
you
salads instead.
right, 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 I agree with you. And if you
Yeah.
did hear that episode, you can always go back and listen to us on all the platforms.
Listen to episode 3 on all the
On
things.
all the platforms. Speaking of intuition, I wanted to talk about discernment, and I want to know, how do you gauge your BS meter, your level to see through stuff, or when do you realize, or what goes off in your head to make you say, okay, yeah, something here isn't right, or like, is there an alert that goes off in your head? Is there a feeling that you get? Is it just like like even today, I guess we use that as an example. Is it just like a tone you hear that's different? Like, what makes you say something's not clicking here?
I think based off of like previous interactions and like all kinds of interactions, like whether someone is happy, sad, mad, whatever, excited, nervous, I kind of like go through like those Rolodex of interactions of emotions with someone. And like if something feels off, that's when like my inside out like characters in my head are like, red alert, something's going on. What's happening? We've got a code 15. Everybody to their stations. That's just like one thing. But like even if I haven't met a person, if it's like a feel of energy. That's the best way I can describe it. If the energy feels very chokeholdy in a way,
Okay.
that's when I'm just like, oh, what is happening? What's going on? And I get like really, really nervous
Right.
because I'm like, what's going to happen? Like, what's the interaction going to be? Sometimes
Okay.
I like my BS meter is broken and has to get a fine tune up. And
Hello.
sometimes it is working right on time. What about you, though?
What about me though?
Stop. What about your friends?
Are they be around? Will they let you down? Yeah. Oh, what about your friends? Are they gonna be around? Be around? Be around? Or will they turn it back on you? Mm.
I would have been your backup vocals, but I don't know lyrics.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You were a backup dancer, so
True
that's
that.
okay.
Yep.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're still supporting me. I like to think that my BS and my level of my BS is high. I like to think my BS meter works and that my level of discernment is high. But sometimes in very recent situations, I'm just like, is my meter off? Do I need a checkup? Do I need to tune up my BS meter? Have I gone a
Yeah.
little lax? You know what I mean? I haven't had
Mm-hmm.
a recent situation where I'm like, dang, I feel like a country bumpkin. I was bamboozled. Nothing like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a couple of slick talkers. Um, I won't say in my circle, but just I feel like I've been introduced to a couple of slick talkers, and the fact that I
Yeah.
know that they're a slick talker means something it's a little off there, but it's also like trying to balance giving people grace with also like that doesn't mean I just stand up with your BS. So
Right.
usually, I wouldn't even say it's a gut feeling, but like I've said before, I feel like a lot of times I can see through people. I can see
Mm-hmm.
into people. I can see into your soul, and
All
I
right,
can just
that's a Raven.
I can just determine, not automatically determine or judge, but it's like, and not to like minimize it, but vibes are real, auras are
Vibes are
real,
real. Auras are
energetic
real.
connections and kinetic energy is real. Like these are real
Absolutely.
scientific things, not just feelings. So it's like if I,
Mm-hmm.
am in a situation and the vibe is off, the feelings off, kinetic energy is off, and I could just leave the situation, I'll just leave or remove
Yeah.
myself, or you know what I mean? Just like I need not that energy right now. Not to say it means I
Yeah.
need bubble gums and raindrops and
No,
gumdrop
because
buttons all
even
the time, but
sometimes like that kind of energy, if people are too excitable, it's like
it can be too much.
it's so much. And I'm a person that I feel like I'm mostly extroverted, but like I have a high percentage of introvertedness to me. And like
Mhm.
if you're at a 12, if you're coming in at a 12 and you should be at a 6.5, 7, I'm gonna be like, you need to back up.
Right. Yeah. I've even like expressed that to people when I feel like I'm too energetic or too hype. I'm like, okay, the environment does not call for this, so let me tone
Read
it
the
down.
room.
Read
Yeah.
the room. Read the room.
Mhm.
Just read the room.
Your nails are pretty.
Thank you. Nail cam.
Oh,
Yeah, je ne sais quoi, a little Macron, a little dash. You said I did accents.
all right, moving on. Because I'm tired of your foolishness.
You always tired of my foolishness.
I
Take a
mean, but
nap.
like, am I really though?
I mean, I don't know. My level of discernment is off.
I can't stand you. Stop.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, did you know? Okay, what am I
Uh-huh.
doing? I'm on camera.
Yikes.
I'm just so comfortable with
Comfortable.
the
Comfortable.
peaches.
I just want to say that.
Did you know that the Grammys were still a thing?
No. No. And let me tell you something else. I don't care about the Grammys. I don't care about any of these fake award shows where these people sit on a board and judge stuff that they either barely listen to or they get payola to listen to or they get some kind of kickback or
Right.
benefit or whatever else to listen to. Fun fact, her father has been on the Grammy board apparently for years. And guess who won a whole bunch of Grammys and nominations last year? And I understand nepotism.
Coincidence?
I understand nepotism is a thing, but when
Uh,
nepotism is just like blatant like that, it's like, yo, now y'all being disrespectful.
right,
Like
right,
it's not making
right.
sense to me. But yeah, the Grammys I haven't paid attention to, like the SAG Awards, I haven't paid. None of the award shows have like, you know what I mean? I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not into this. And also, they still haven't not given. Nicki Minaj has earned several Grammys over and over and over, and she has
She,
never received a Grammy. And
she's
the
never
fact that
received a Grammy?
Nicki Minaj has never received a Grammy in her entire life. Plenty of nominations, but never won a Grammy. And she's earned it. So way back when I peeped what the Grammys were on, way back when. But yeah. When it comes to award shows in general, I'm just not rocking with them. I have other things to watch. My watch list is too long to be watching award shows or watching celebrities get more accolades while other
Mm-hmm.
things in the world are going on.
Right, right.
What about
I
you?
I forgot that the Grammys were a thing. Um, I know that LL Cool J used to like host. He was like hosting it for like 5 Grammys in a row with his little
Okay.
suit and his Kango cap, looking like somebody's uncle, at a
Hot
very
uncle.
fancy. Okay, listen.
Listen.
There's this one time. Was it 8th grade or was it ninth grade? I don't know. It was like middle school, high school, sometime
Okay.
early. LL Cool J was gonna be at the Sam's Club in Tucker off of Mountain Industrial Boulevard. And I was like, Mom, can we go? And she was like, No, you're gonna be in school. And I was like, ah! I had the biggest crush on LL Cool J.
Take me out of school. Take me off the roster.
Right,
What are we doing?
exactly.
Take me off the
Exactly.
roster.
Like call in sick. Okay. I have a
And
doctor's appointment. A
and
doctor's appointment with LL Cool J. Oh my god. Had the biggest crush on him. My first introduction to LL Cool J was actually from the show In the House. I was
mm-hmm.
like, "Who is this
Oh, and
fine
he was.
man?"
Oh, I was about to say he was real fine on In the House. I saw a clip on that the other day on one of these social media platforms, and I was just like, "Dang, I don't remember
He's
him looking like
so
that."
fine. Oh, like it is not right. It is not right. Like, how are you this fine? I'm sorry, Lori Harvey, but you're dead. No, that's not Lori Harvey. Who am I thinking about?
No, that's Michael B. Jordan and Steve Harvey. That's
Who am
Steve
I thinking
Harvey.
about?
Steve Harvey's daughter is Lori Harvey, but she's
No, no, no.
adopted.
Lori
Yeah, she took on his last name. That's not his biological child. She's not prominent. I don't think any of them. His wife hangs out in the circles with like Magic Cookie Johnson and Tina
Yeah.
Knowles. Sis, I remember her name, but I know her online name is like Sis Loves Purple. She has a jewelry line actually.
Oh, because there's a show that EJ Johnson was in,
Uh huh.
and like it was like EJ and his sister Elise,
Mhm.
and like like the Lori Harveys and I feel like it was LL Cool J's daughter. They were all hanging out.
Okay.
Anyway, and I was like, that could have been me. I that could have been me.
Yeah, there was some celebrity Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. I know he was on that one.
Yeah, but like he had his own show for
Oh,
like
I
a
didn't know that.
season. It was like a
Okay.
spinoff of Rich Kids.
Okay. Well, I believe you because they have all these
Maybe
little spinoffs now and stuff. I saw one and it had I think Shawnee and Shaquille O'Neal's son, who is very handsome. Miles, he's not one of the basketball players. He's just very like, I'm a cool guy and I'm a businessman. I was like, that kid's going places. He's very handsome.
I feel like a lot of kids named Miles are just very cool, very chill. Like,
You're
shout
right
out
about
to
that.
all the Mileses out
Shout
there.
out
Okay, we see
out
you.
there. Keep going and going.
And y'all are low key kind of cute too. I'm not gonna
Listen,
lie.
low key, like key, low key, high key. If any people that you like me, bars, Drake, Aubrey. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about today?
Oh my goodness, how did the time go by so fast? First of all,
We're just having a good time.
yeah, you're right. Oh, there is something I want to say. Tyler Perry will pay for his crimes.
Okay, no, let's talk about it.
Listen,
Listen.
Tyler Perry will pay for his crimes. I don't know when it's going to happen. I can't tell you if it's going to be before or after the supposed alleged potential definite rapture. I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but Tyler Perry will pay for his crimes.
Mad agree. Now I will say that Tyler Perry, like, he built that whole compound.
Uh-huh.
He's providing roles for people.
Yes.
Like, that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
He saved Meghan Markle, my queen. Like,
Okay.
I appreciate him for that. Also,
Mm-hmm.
like, well, let me not.
Okay.
Anyway, this is not what this is about.
Okay.
But I cannot stand that man and all the things that he produces.
You better say that again.
I am tired of the Medea movies. Now,
Hello?
I will say shout out to Wendell. He's one of my friends.
Okay.
He was in the second Medea movie, the Medea family reunion. He was the kid on the
Okay.
bus and he was acting
Okay.
rowdy. And I was like, oh, you go, Wendell. You're an extra. That was like my sophomore year of high school. Shout out to you, Wendell.
Cool.
Anyway, everything Medea related, garbage. For
Yeah.
colored girls, didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it. Won't be watching it either.
Won't be watching it. Daddy's
Take it
Little
off the
Girls,
watch list.
take it off the watch list.
Keep it off the watch list.
Daddy's Little Girls, hated that movie. My mom made me watch it with her in the movie theater. Did not like it. Don't like anything that man produces. Now, his small role in Gone Girl was fine. Why?
Okay.
Because he did not create that movie. He didn't write
He didn't write it.
I was fine with his role in Gone Girl. Take it off the watch list.
Keep it off the watch list. Yeah, I could have sworn, and this, mind you, this is just reading headlines or hearing through the grapevine that Medea was supposed to be done, or there was a previous movie where she was supposed to be like Medea'd out, or Medea's funeral, or something like that. But here she goes, popping back up, and I'm just like,
yeah.
What was the reason? And he likes to brag, like, oh, I've written all these shows by myself. Nobody else is in the writer's room. And I'm like, we can tell. We can tell.
Number one.
We can tell.
Sir, we know that you like to dress as Medea.
Mm-hmm.
Just say that. Like, if you're dressing like Medea in your downtime when like there's no movies to be made, just let us know that and we'll be okay. That's your business. That's number one. Number two, I just want him to admit that. For the record, just like, like, I like doing this. Like, okay, like, that's your business. Number two, he needs to go. The other part was like a continuation of number one.
2.5.
So like,
got you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. The wigs. I still have not watched Acrimony because of the wig situation.
Yikes.
Like, why are all of his wigs laid? Why are all of Medea's wigs laid like he hired Beyonce's wigologist?
I don't know if he gets some discount by ordering from Alibaba or what on the wigs, but it's like out of all these little girlies in the hood and in Hollywood selling bundles, you telling me you can't get somebody to lay some wigs down? I feel like
in Atlanta, no less.
you can do it off a name alone, because some people will do the. Well, I did it for Tyler Perry. You didn't even have to pay me. Just like you said, I did it for Tyler Perry. You telling me you don't have a budget for wigs, but you
How,
got a budget to build this big old compound?
how do you not have a budget for wigs? How do you not have like hair people in Atlanta? It's Atlanta. Are you kidding me?
I think he's under it. I think he's trying to be like a one-stop shop. He might be in there making the wigs himself. Like, oh no, I got this. He might, because I wrote it, I produced it, I starred in it, I made the wigs, and I'm just like, he might just be trying to become a one-stop shop. He wants to be the 7-Eleven of entertainment. You just get everything done there, and I'm like, that's why the wigs are what they are. Yeah. And it just does not make any sense.
Like he's
And
got everybody looking like they're in 7th grade trying on their mom's wigs for the first time.
you can say that again.
Like it's just like why would you disrespect people like that? Why would you disrespect the crown like that? Like you know this is going on camera. You know this is being recorded. You can't overproduce a bad wig. You
Yeah.
can't.
There are no excuses for it. Like you said, in the city of Atlanta, you can buy bundles by the pound online, in person. You would have people off of your name alone who would say, I would love to work with you, work for you. Please let me make you a wig. You have people
Reach.
begging. So yeah, I mean, there's some other crimes he'll answer for too. I don't necessarily want to get into it on this episode, but
Ooh, we might
yeah,
have to put this in an update.
yeah. But when it comes to Tyler Perry and him being very proud and gung ho and look at me, I've done all these things. I'm like, I can tell.
No.
You don't have you don't have to say it. I can tell. I could tell that you wrote it. I could tell that you produced it. I could tell that you didn't have anyone check anything. I could tell that you didn't ask for any feedback. I could tell. And I guess when you own everything, you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm gonna put out. They're gonna like it or love it. It's still gonna get put out. You can do that.
And he's still gonna make money.
And you still gonna make money. Because you're gonna have some of these people that are indoctrined, and I'm saying some of these people, but let's take it all the way back to the beginning of this episode. Some of these old people who think that this old rhetoric, this old language, these old jokes, these outdated lines are funny, and they're going to support it regardless. So, per.
Okay. You better say that. Okay.
I just had to get that out. Tyler Perry will pay for his crimes.
Joe Byron will pay for his crimes.
Joe
Tyler Perry
Byron,
will pay for his
Tyler
crimes.
Perry.
What else? $2 avocados will pay for their crimes.
Yo, that's wild. Y'all better go to Aldi and get that bag of avocados.
Get the bag of avocado from Aldi.
You better go to Aldi and get that bag of avocados. Don't get caught lacking on Aldi. I'm sure. Take your little quarter. What did Nikki say? Get that, you know what, a quarter and a cart till a park it. She was talking about Aldi. Get your quarter.
She was talking about Aldi.
Talking about Aldi.
Nicki Minaj shops at Aldi. Yeah.
Give that woman a quarter and a cart till a park it. Go take your quarter to Aldi. Get your cart. Get all your groceries for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. Pay $40, $50 and go about your business. Or you can get someone else to go do your shopping for you and have it delivered for the low price of
Love a comeback
via Instacart.
Love a callback. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have anything else that you want to get off your chest, share?
I feel like now's a good ending point, but we always have extra things that we can get.
We always have extra things, and maybe one day we'll share them with you in like a little short and a little pit stop, if you will.
Are you giving people a little bit of the tea, the peach tea?
You know, just a little taste, just a little bite, you know.
A little nibble of the peach tea. Okay.
Appetizer, a little hors d'oeuvre situation.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to get off your chest or relay or share?
Call your people.
Okay.
Hug yourself, because that's nice.
I don't think Whoa.
Like, yeah, it's nice. It's comforting. Hug yourself. It's
My
fine.
boobs are like, what's going on here?
I mean, yes, like
My boobs are like,
if
what
you
are
got
you
a
doing?
chesty, it might be a little difficult, but you should still do it.
See, is my bestie on her chesty?
No, I wasn't ready. Lord, I wasn't ready.
You're never ready when I say things. It was
Is
the
that my
first
bestie with
thing.
a chesty?
Is that my bestie on her chesty?
Hug yourselves.
Mhm.
Drink water.
Yes. I'm doing all the things right now in
Okay,
real time. Okay,
yes.
Essentia. Is it essential or Essentia?
I think it's essential, like essential.
Okay.
It's like essential, but without the L.
Essentia.
Essentia.
Okay, that sounds
Oh.
like a Wingardium Leviosa. Essentia. Sounds like Essentia.
Floss your teeth.
Yes, if y'all don't, and I know floss can get like really like painful around the fingers. Get some plackers. Invest in
Mm-hmm.
some plackers if you need to. You need
They
to
even
floss.
make plackers for like the back teeth if the other
Yes,
ones
they
are
make
too
double
uncomfortable.
plackers. They make the ones like that rounded, like the ones Cammy said. Like there's so many you can get. So yeah, they say they being 4 out of 5 dentists that if you have to choose between flossing and brushing, it's better to floss your teeth. So that's to
It,
let you know that
mm-hmm.
that's something you should be doing regularly, not just an either or situation.
Yep.
If you can,
If you can.
if you
I mean,
can,
my dentist always says that you should floss, but that's between me and my dentist.
yeah, that's putting you
Thank
on
you,
your
Dr.
dentist.
Bradley DDS.
Okay, is he sponsoring this episode or
No, he's too rich for that.
yikes? All right.
He's too rich to worry about us plebeians.
Oh, that's weird. You're not worried
Where
about
can
the
the people
podcast.
find us,
They
Coco?
can find us on Google Podcasts, on Apple
Oh,
Podcasts, on
hey.
Anchor, on
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, and on
Yes.
Spotify
If you're on YouTube,
and Instagram.
please.
And
Oh,
Instagram.
and Instagram. If you're on YouTube, hit
Yeah.
that notification bell. Okay,
Yes. Ding
subscribe. All
ding.
right.
Comment.
Comment. Okay, we
Yes.
want to interact with you. If you're listening on
Share.
Spida, if you're on Spida, if you're listening to us on Spotify,
Uh-huh.
rate us and follow. If you're listening to us on any of the other platforms, please just listen, rate, share,
Yes.
subscribe. Tell
Yes.
your friends. Don't you want other people to see and listen to our beautiful voices and see our pretty faces? Okay.
Okay.
Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What
You
are
haven't
you doing?
you haven't shared? What was the reason? What was the
What
reason?
was the reason? Sorry, that was aggressive. I mean, what was the
What was the
reason? Why
reason? Why didn't you
why why
share?
didn't you want to share?
Yeah, and also you can share the link. So if you go to our YouTube videos, if you hit the share button, you'll get the SMS option. You can email us to people. You can share us on Instagram. There's a link button now. You can link our videos to other things on Instagram as well. So there are plenty of ways to get the word out about us getting our words out.
Listen to Coco. She's got all the things. She told you all
Listen, we
the
got
things.
all the knowledge from the 1900s. We got all the knowledge, okay?
And with that, we will see you all in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye, friends.